Let's animate like crazy now. Yeah, yeah. Let's animate like crazy now. Yeah, yeah. Let's animate like crazy now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let's animate. Yeah, yeah. Let's animate. Yeah, yeah. Let's animate. Yeah. Hello and welcome to the first episode of BFB Podcast, aka Brick Filmers Blog Podcast. I'm your host, David Watson, also known as DWStorm, and I'm not alone. We've also got Hazzat.
Hello.
Tobias, also known as sfugity.
Hello.
Okay, first we are going to talk about Festival of Souls 2, which is a new contest on bricksinmotion.com. So first we're going to go to Tobias. So Tobias, I heard you cancelled your entry. Why is that?
Well, first I animated two scenes and I took the snapshots in Logitech webcam, the software, to make it HD. But then when I put it in Monkey Gym and rendered it, and it showed up to be like, I don't know, like 300 megabytes. So then I was like if I should still continue on my entry or not. And I kind of also lost the interest in it, so I canceled it.
Okay,
yeah.
So you're definitely not going to enter.
Well, I was thinking about making a shorter entry since my entry was a bit long. And I was thinking about making just some short, terrifying scene. But I'm not sure yet since, yeah, I'm just not sure.
Oh, okay. And also, what entries are you looking for if you gave your top 3?
I am not even sure. I'm definitely looking forward into your entry, since it sounds pretty cool. Then Matthew said that he's going to enter Kin's stuff. Yeah, I don't know. And so I'm also definitely looking forward into his entry though. And I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know like all the people that are entering.
Okay, and then on to Hazzat. So Harry, I know you haven't started planning your for Festival of Souls 2, but do you think you'll enter?
Probably not, because I'm actually a judge. I have realised.
Alright.
So,
okay.
no, I will not be entering Festival of Souls 2.
So, I'm not sure whether you can say this as a judge, but what would your top 3 entries that you're looking forward to be?
I don't know any of the entries that are being made yet. I haven't really looked into it, to be honest. Sorry to disappoint. I just want scary ones, basically. I mean, I'm not really into horror movies, but I'm into innovation in brick filming. And This is an area in which innovation is necessary.
Alright, okay. So, anyway, moving on, we're now going to go on to projects which we are working on. So first, Harry, would you like to tell everyone what projects you're working on?
I'm not working on anything.
Oh, you're rubbish.
God, disappoint. I've got a lot of school on, and also I'm not quite feeling as inspired as I once was.
Okay. So you haven't done any scripts or anything like that?
No, I've got nothing. Actually, Just Kid and I were planning to recreate the intro of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic in Lego, but that is very, very difficult to do. So, no guarantees that will ever see the light of day.
Okay, how about you, Tobias? What films are you working on?
Well, I do also have a lot of school, so it's a bit slow at me, but I am working on 2 projects. And one of them I have started scripting for a Lego version of 10 Little Indians, the novel. And then I have done a script and built a set and stuff like that for a first episode of new series, which is kind of similar to Ben and Eric. And John J Studios was also supposed to be in it, so I don't know. So yeah, but there's a lot of skill for me, so I'm a bit slow at working on new projects.
Could you tell us the idea behind your new projects? Or is it kind of a secret?
Well, it is definitely not a secret. But, well, I don't know. I have not much anything to say.
You say it's like Ben and Eric. How, really?
Well, it is about 2 guys, which there's more series like that. But, Ben and Eric is a bit more original. And well, there is 2 guys that are living together, and it's just a new series, so it's it's similar in that.
Alright, okay. So now we're going to go on to our film review, which I've actually only just seen this. It's marooned by Filmfire 96. As you may know, he won a contest on Bricks in Motion called Toy, which is Tales of Yore. Yeah, as I said, he won that entry. So what are your thoughts on it, guys?
I have to say, I seriously loved it. I love the part. You can actually see in the film that he never actually used a real. That he actually, I don't know, I'm not sure, but it looked like he never had like a real Lego ship. So he basically, when let's say for example, when they put him on the island, you could see. I like the scene where it was getting dark and it started raining, and it was still the camera was in the same place, and you could see the ship. Like going away from the island, and he just used smaller ship, but he always put it on the same spot, which is kind of cool. And then it was very nice how there was no talking in it. It was kind of nice. And then and I have to say, I actually didn't like much the part where they got trapped by the Indians. I didn't like it that much, but it was still pretty awesome, and I think it definitely deserved to win.
Okay, so do you not really like dialogue films as much?
No, I do, but I just think that for this film, I mean, if there was dialogue, I would still like it, I think. But it was still kind of nice without the dialogue.
Okay,
Yeah.
And how about you, Harry?
I haven't actually watched this film in a long time, but I remember not being particularly wowed by it. I remember thinking it's a good film, it's well made, it's got good technical quality, and it's got a nice story. But I didn't quite have the reaction that most people had to it, which is like, yeah, wow, this is a really amazing brick film that's been made, and it's totally deserved to win.
Yeah.
I think its winning was deserved. I mean, I probably would have picked something like NXT Maniac's entry, but yeah, it's certainly a good film. And I do like how he managed to spend all that time without dialogue. That takes quite some skill indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hazzat, while you're actually on here, I'd like to ask you some questions. What editing program do you use?
I use a Adobe Premiere Pro CS5. That is the program that I use for editing.
Okay, and do you like it?
I do like it. I know that Adobe Premiere, for some reason, gets a lot of stick for not being very good, apparently, amongst the industry. However, I've used it since the start. Well, I started with Windows Movie Maker, of course, but after that, I upgraded to a version of Adobe Premiere, and since then, I've just got a better version of Adobe Premiere, and I really don't see why it gets such a bad rap. So, yeah, Adobe Premiere, it's good. Don't stigmatize against it, and it's probably cheaper than Final Cut.
Yeah. And do you use a frame capturing software when animating?
I do, as everyone should, and if you don't, you're doing it wrong. I use Boink's iStop Motion Express 2.
Okay. And do you like that?
I do like it. It's got a few flaws. Like if you want to sync it up to audio, it's a bit fiddly because it only takes one audio track at a time. Which means you have to put together the entire audio track with music and speaking and everything before you start your animation, which is why I generally am tempted to do the naughty thing and record the lines after I've animated.
Oh, okay.
Which you must never do.
Guys, I'll be right back. I just need to tell someone something. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, so Hazzat, are there any words that you would like to say as advice to someone, like a new brick filmer?
Start as you mean to go on. as I'm sure a lot of you know, I'm quite a campaigner for originality, even if I'm lacking it somewhat myself at the moment.
Okay, I'm back.
So, my advice is
I see
do
the thing.
something, try your best to do something that's never been done before. So, steer clear of obviously Star Wars and things like that, unless you're going to do a really original or well-made take on it.
Okay.
Steer clear from Star Wars and the other licensed brands. Steer clear from just sort of plain old fight scenes. Steer clear from dynamic duos, and be original. This hobby needs more original things, and only you can bring them.
Okay, but also, in another term of advice, are there any animation, would you recommend any programs? Obviously the ones that you've got, but as editing-wise, what program would you recommend which is rather cheap for a new beginner?
New software isn't something I've really looked a huge amount into because I'm totally fine with what I have at the moment. But I am under the impression that Sony Vegas is probably the most affordable good software.
Yeah, that's what I use.
And of course, with all the softwares, there's various versions of it. I mean, there's the Pro version, there's probably Express versions and things like that. So you probably won't be able to afford Final Cut, even though that's, who knows, maybe that's not the epitome, because I know that I like my Adobe Premiere, and apparently I've heard that the latest version of Final Cut is kind of dumbed down a bit, and lots of people are learning Premiere. So who knows? Maybe that is the best possible software. But yeah, start with Sony Vegas. Start with Sony Vegas if you can't afford something like Final Cut or Premiere. And well, you don't have to work your way up. Sony Vegas might just be totally fine for you.
Yeah. Okay, now on to Tobias. What editing program do you use?
I was gonna buy Sony Vegas, though I could not find it in Best Buy, so I bought Vegas Movie, which is very, very basically the same, though it doesn't have some of the options that Sony Vegas does. So basically, yeah, Sony Vegas, though Vegas Movie.
So,
yeah.
Alright, and are there any words that you would like to say to new brick filmers?
About the editing software, or like?
Well, basically, okay, let's say that I'm a new brick filmer or something, and you wanted to, tell me not how to brick film, but, stuff that I should be aware of when brick filming. You get what
the good thing to know before you start making your first brick film is, first basically maybe download Monkey Gym or something like that, some easy animating software, and just watch maybe some tutorials on how to use it and how to do good animation with Legos. And then, it's good to look at the stuff that usually animators, like bigger animators, I don't know, let's say Cash and 8 or something like that, says that he uses those softwares, then it's good maybe if you like his videos and you would like to make videos like him, then maybe, I'm not saying you should, but maybe buy softwares like that and then start brick filming and publish it, since it's possible that if you just do something randomly, just fast, then you will lose more viewers and stuff like that. So if you care about viewers, then it's good to also care about what you use and stuff like that.
Okay, I think that actually ends the BFB podcast, or Brick Filmers Blog podcast.
Yeah, yeah. Let's animate like crazy now. Yeah, yeah. Let's animate like crazy now. Yeah, yeah. Let's animate like crazy now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let's animate. Yeah, yeah. Let's animate. Yeah, yeah. Let's animate.